Good evening. Welcome to ILFL Soccer Night. While David's out reffing a game, I'm sure it's a good game, I've taken centre stage and I'm going to break down all the football. So we've got a lot on tonight. Premiership, First Division, Second Division. We're going to cut that to pieces. Vets, the knockout stages, how that get on, and then we've got the ILFL Cup draw. Joining me today, I've got Kamruz and Shakil on my right, and looks like him, Rashid and Nanu on my left. Before these guys rip these games into pieces, let's go into the first game. So on Sunday, we had a nice Premiership game up in the Marshes, Leytonstone versus West End. That video is there for you now. Let's see how these guys got on. There you have it. So Leytonstone going down 4-7 to West End, who had a brilliant game. What I'll do, I'm going to go straight over to the results of the Premier Division. So if I bring up on the screen now, so the other three games, or the other two games, shall I say, Beaumont versus Stepney, it finished 4-1 to Stepney. Ireland versus Bromley, Bromley beat them 5-2, and as you saw there, West End beating Leytonstone 7-4. And if we just quickly look at the table there, so with that victory, West End put themselves up onto 7 points. Stepney, with their win, move up to 10, and everyone below Stepney has a game in hand, apart from Ireland. So still a lot of potential. What I'm going to do, before we look at the results here, I'm going to actually pass over to Camrose. Camrose, if you can just give us an update on the position with the Premiership now and the changes that we've had over the weekend.
Yeah, as we know, regrettably, we had to expel one of the teams from the Premiership. League rules are league rules, unfortunately. It doesn't matter who the team is and you know, who is heading the organisation. As responsible committee members, we have to exercise the powers given to us, and yeah, Tower Hamlets have forfeited 3 games, and you know, according to the league rules, they've had to be forfeited. I must commend Tower Hamlets and Nurul in particular, though. They've been very understanding, very accommodating. Nurul, being the vice chair of the organisation, he's taken it very, very well. And in fact, he said, "Look, guys, you know, you need to do what is right for the league and what the rule says." So, you know, I must commend him and the team for that. So.
Okay, brilliant. I mean, so there you have it. Premiership's now from 9 teams down to 8, as you saw on the table that we just showed. And as Camrose has said, Tower Hamlets are no longer part of us, but we commend them for taking it well on their chin. And hopefully, we wish them better, if anything, to join us back as soon as they can recover.
We still have the second team.
Of course.
Who are doing quite well.
Yeah.
And let's hope they come up quite quickly.
We'll definitely come on to that. We'll have a look at the second. So they're not completely gone there. Something to look forward to. Rash, I'm going to shoot over to you. So you have those 3 results. The table. You've got 3 teams sitting at the bottom with 0 in the Premiership. I mean, go on, give us a bit of breakdown. What do you reckon is going to happen here?
First of all, the highlights we just watched, the West End versus Leytonstone. West End looked very, very clinical, very hungry, very desired, whereas Leytonstone looked very flat. I even saw Leytonstone play last week against Stepney. Again, they look flat. For some reason, they're not accustomed themselves to the Premiership, whereas West End, they've made changes and they look like more hunger. With Stepney, they look lethal. They've got a lot of new young faces. When I saw them play against Beaumont and last week when I saw them play against Leytonstone, I didn't see them recognise names. There were 6, 7 people missing. What they've done is they recruit a lot of young players, and they're more hungry, more faster, more energetic, and obviously the table reflects on the passion. And I think those 3 teams are looking good at this moment of time. Although it's early season, they're looking good at the moment of time.
And Nanu, I mean, defending champions, Tigers, they've got a game in hand. They could win that game in hand, go 2 points clear. What do you reckon about our teams that have made the changes, as Rash is saying? Reckon you can challenge them and give them a run for their money?
I think they can. I mean, these are, we're talking about well-established teams here, Stepney, London Tigers, West End. Although West End's quite fairly new to the league, I mean, their history goes back quite a bit as well when you're talking about Beaumont and Bromley. I mean, we're talking about some serious teams here, and I don't think anyone's going to be show any weakness at all. So they're going to battle it out. I mean, let's face it, it's going to be tough for any team.
Okay. Well, there you have it. 3 expert views on the Premiership. I'm now going to bring you guys back over to the screen. Let's have a look at the results from the First Division. So this is how they are. Stepney B lost 6-1 to St Catherine's. Burdett had a stormer against Bromley Juniors, 9-1. SCTA 4-0 against Bow. And Reach Out 6-1 against Weavers. And if we have a quick look at the table there. So with that, SCTA and Reach Out seem to be holding their 100% record, both on 9 points. And some way behind them after that. 3rd place Bow on 4 points. But if we look at Bow all the way to Weavers at the bottom, 3 points separate. The Weavers with 1 point, Bow on 3. So 1 win for Weavers puts them straight to 3rd place. Shaquille, Bromley Juniors. I mean, 2nd from bottom on the First Division. I mean, has something gone wrong, or is it just early days?
Just early days, you know. We've got a lot of youth within the team. So they're trying to get used to the league, and it's a physical game, and so I think they're trying to get used to that, and it will take time.
They faced some of the top teams, haven't they? They faced Reach Out.
We've yet to face Reach Out. We've got Reach Out next week.
SCTA, sorry. You faced SCTA.
Yeah, SCTA. Yeah.
What do you think of them?
Yeah, they look good. They've got quick strikers up there. They've got pacey players up there.
Cameron, I'm going to ask you this very cheekily. I remember after the final whistle for SCTA, I was getting messages from their players and what was the result of the other game. So clearly the enthusiasm's there. These boys are well up for it. Tell me about it. What's the environment like? What's the ambience like?
It's a completely different team environment at the moment. As you guys know, I'm the joint manager of SCTA now with Musi. So I'm trying to instill a lot of discipline and motivation into the team. We've got half the team with new faces. Everybody's fighting for their places. You know, where we used to come with 11, 12 players, now there are 15, 16 turning up. So there's hunger in the team, there's hunger within the players. And everyone's just enjoying themselves. I mean, we've played 3 games and only 1 yellow card. So that goes to show where the discipline is from last year.
Brilliant.
And that's the difference this year, really.
Well, there you guys hear it.
Really.
Yeah, sorry, Shay.
It's the eagerness. They want to win
Yeah.
as a team. They're willing to help each other out. I think that's what the difference is.
Absolutely, and as you hear, the discipline is really important there as well. Just going to quickly go into the second division. If I quickly bring up the results on the screen, we have Tower Hamlets B, who beat St Catherine's 11-0. Riverside lost 5-2 to West End Reserve. Robin Hood Tigers 9-5 winners against Al Mizan. And Redcoat had a 4-all absolute dramatic game against Beaumont Youth. So if we look at the table there, Robin Hood Tigers sit quite neatly at the top with 9 points, and Al Mizan and Tower Hamlets B behind them on 6 points each. I'm going to shoot over to you, Rash, because this league is absolutely phenomenal. Total there, 3 games in, 99 goals scored. Tell me about what's going on.
There is a lot of goals. I watched the Beaumont Youth and Redcoat, and I was quite surprised with Redcoat. They were so attacking and open, and I think Beaumont Youth responded in the same way. So both teams were at each other's throat, so to speak, and there was lots of goals. Luckily for Beaumont Youth, they were 4-2 down in the last 5 minutes, and they managed to get the 2 goals back. But it's interesting to see the new teams showing the desire, because they want to make a mark in the league with ILFL, and I think that's what the main thing is.
I'm getting the gist of it, because the boys in Beaumont Youth, I mean, they're really trying to prove themselves to sort of shift them way up to the other team, aren't they?
Well, luckily, they are actually youth. The majority, 80% of them are 18, 19 years. Only 2 or 3 are 21, 22. So for me, it's to establish them as a team, a youth structure, and hopefully in a few years down the line, they'll be actually going to the senior side, and that's the main aim.
Just before we leave the Premiership here, Cams, I'm just going to very quickly say to you, Robin Hood Tigers, top of the table, but they've conceded 12 goals. Only 3 teams below them have conceded more. What do you want to say about that?
They tried it up with the defence.
You heard it there from an experienced defender. He's been a defender for 50 years. Sorry, I mean 20 years. So let's go on a break, and I get a good telling off from Camrose. And when we come back, we'll be looking at all the vets. So don't go away. See you very shortly.
আপনারা দেখছেন ILFL সকার নাইট। সৌজন্যে নীলাজ হোম লিমিটেড, প্রবাসে মায়ের হাতের ছোঁয়া।